We have a particular focus in mind. We think that the complex issue we were addressing was best addressed if we did it in a cross-disciplinary fashion.
And so when we thought about planning an interdisciplinary project, we started with the same launch. So students had the same background knowledge. We then expanded and each kind of taught our discipline-specific content and discipline-specific lessons. And then we came back together for the exhibition. So in this picture, we actually started with a overnight camping trip to an obstacle course because we were asking our students to design an obstacle course that tackled the neuroscience of bias. So we thought that starting this launch together as a whole class, and as a community was really important because it taught the students how to work together, and it also gave everyone the same level of background knowledge. From there, in science, we focused on the anatomy of neurons, which are the cells in our brains. And students were making sketch notes. They were doing readings and annotating. We also did some microscope work. We looked specifically at the visual system because understanding how the visual system works helps us understand how bias works. And we were able to collaborate with a neuroscientist at HSU, at Humboldt State University. And our students dissected a sheep's brain with the assistance of professors there.
In English and history, so the humanities side, one of the things we did was what you see here is a panel discussion on addiction, and the students have each represented a particular framework for addiction, and they were able to use that experience to practice presenting. So when they got to the bias busting obstacle, they were at ease or more at ease with presenting their material.
Okay, so from there we got into the nitty-gritty of actually coming up with ideas for obstacles and building. So Max's group focused on building stools to represent equity. So they built stools of different heights to represent, to physically demonstrate that people have different advantages depending on their socioeconomic status or racial background or family upbringing. And from all that work, students created their finished exhibits. And so this is an early prototype of Logan's exhibit about both using satire and also mainly using satire to bust myths about Native Americans. Throughout this whole process, we used critique in order to help students refine their ideas and then also connect students both to the neuroscience and to the social science that supported their exhibition.